Hello friends, this is Renuka. Today is second part of the chapter light. In first part we have learned about spherical mirrors and various terms related to spherical mirrors. Today we are going to learn image formation by spherical mirrors. Image formation by spherical mirrors can be studied by using ray diagrams. So we are going to draw ray diagrams. Ray diagrams are pictorial representation to trace the path of light. We know that light travels in a straight line. So we are going to use straight lines to draw ray diagrams. There are certain rules to draw this diagram. We'll study them one by one. First rule is that if the incident ray is parallel to the principal axis, this CP is principal axis. Okay. If the incident ray is parallel to the principal axis, then after reflection it passes through the focus. We know that focus is a point which lies on principal axis. So this is focus. When the incident ray is parallel to the principal axis, then after reflection it passes through the focus. If you draw any ray which is parallel to the principal axis, then it gets reflected through the focus. After reflection it passes through the focus. In case of convex mirror, if the incident ray is parallel to the principal axis, then after reflection it appears to pass through the focus. It appears to diverge from this point F. Second rule is exact opposite to this first rule. See, if the incident ray passes through the focus, this is the incident ray. Okay, if incident ray passes through the focus, then after reflection it goes parallel to the principal axis. It appears parallel to the principal axis. See, in this case, if the incident ray is parallel, then after reflection it passes through the focus. In second rule, if the incident ray passes through the focus, then after reflection it goes parallel to the principal axis. This is second rule. In case of convex mirror, now if the incident ray appears to diverge from the focus, this is incident ray, then after reflection it goes parallel to the principal axis. Now if you extend them, so this ray appears to pass through the focus. This is focus. So if the incident ray appears to pass through the focus, then after reflection the reflected ray goes parallel to the principal axis, center of curvature and focus. Third rule is that if the incident ray passes through the center of curvature, if the incident ray passes through the center of curvature, then the reflected ray traces the same path. It means it gets reflected in the same direction. See, as we have already learned that any ray which passes through the center of curvature is normal at this point, means it makes an angle of 90 degree. If the incident ray passes through the center of curvature, then the reflected ray traces the same path. It means it gets reflected in the same direction. See, as we have already learned that any ray which passes through the center of curvature is normal at this point, means it makes an angle of 90 degree. Therefore, we know that in case of plane mirror also, a ray of light which incident along the normal is get reflected in the same direction. Similarly, in concave mirror also, in spherical mirror also, when a ray of light passes through the center of curvature, then it gets reflected in the same direction, obeying the law of reflection, that is angle of incidence is equals to angle of reflection. In this case, angle of incidence and angle of reflection is 0. See here, you can draw normal which passes through the center of curvature. Then this would be angle of incidence and this is angle of reflection, because this is incident ray. If you draw normal in this case, then this is the angle of incidence and this is the angle of reflection, because we have taken this as an incident ray. This is the third rule. When incident ray passes through the center of curvature, then the reflected ray traces the same path. Now you can see in case of convex mirror, the ray appears to pass, because if you extend this incident ray, then it appears to pass through the center of curvature. Therefore, it gets reflected in the same direction. Similarly, here also you can draw normal, which will pass through the center of curvature, and you can note angle of incidence and angle of reflection. So these are the rules for drawing ray diagrams. You have to follow these rules when you draw ray diagrams. Let's study image formation by concave mirrors for the various position of object. When the object is at infinity, this U denotes the object distance. Object distance means the distance of the object from the mirror. At what distance the object is kept from the mirror, means from the pole of the mirror. This is called as object distance, denoted by U, and image distance is denoted by V. So when the object is at infinity, infinity means very far. So we will consider a parallel beam of light, okay, which has two parallel rays coming from infinity. Then we know that according to the first rule, if the incident ray are parallel to the principal axis, then after reflection it passes through the focus. So these two rays will pass through the focus. These are reflected rays. Now, position of object is infinity, means when the object is at infinity, image will form at the focus. What is the nature of image now? It is real and highly diminished. Diminished means if the image size is very small as compared to the object size, then the image is called as diminished, means very small. And real. Now why the image is real? Because the reflected rays, they directly converge. They directly meet at a point. At this point image is formed. So you can obtain the image of sun at the focus by using concave mirror. So the image is real and diminished. What is the position of image? It is formed at the focus. Therefore, image is formed at focus. The image is real, diminished, and it forms at the focus. So when the object is at infinity, the image formed at the focus, it is real because the reflected rays directly meet here, they converge. Therefore, image is real. It is diminished, means very small as compared to the size of object, and it forms at the focus. In second case, when the object is between infinity and center of curvature. When the object is between infinity and center of curvature, or you can say when the object is beyond center of curvature. Let's AB be your object. Then we will consider two rays. In order to draw ray diagrams, you must at least draw two rays. So first ray we have drawn, which is parallel to the principal axis. Therefore, after reflection, it should pass through the focus. According to the first rule, when the incident ray is parallel to the principal axis, after reflection, it passes through the focus. And second rays will take which pass through the focus. This is also incident ray. This is reflected ray. Now when incident ray passes through the focus, then the reflected ray goes parallel to the principal axis. This is reflected ray. Okay. Now you have to look for the point of intersection of these two reflected rays. This would be an image of point A, because we have taken the rays from A and these rays meet at this point. It means that this is the image of A. Okay, AB is the object and this is the image of point A. So we will denote it as A dash. Now we have to draw a perpendicular on the principal axis. We can write it as A dash, B dash. So when the object is beyond C, then the image is formed between the center of curvature and focus. See, we have taken two rays, first parallel to the principal axis. after reflection it passes to the focus. Then second ray we have taken which pass to the focus, after reflection it goes parallel to the principal axis. Then these two rays meet at a point. This point is the image of point A. So we denote it as a dash, and then we have drawn perpendicular at the principal axis. Now this perpendicular shows the image of object AB, which is A dash B dash. Okay, now can you tell me the nature and position of the image from this ray diagram? See, the image is real because the reflected rays, they met here. Okay, they converge. Therefore, the image is again real and it is diminished. Here it is highly diminished, but here it is diminished. Again, the size of image is smaller than size of the object. It means that the image is diminished and it forms between focus and center of curvature, between F and C. The image is always formed between center of curvature and focus when the object is between infinity and center of curvature. Now when the object is at center of curvature, at C, when the object is at C, consider object A, B. Whenever we draw a ray diagram, we will consider AB as an object. So let's draw two rays. First ray pass through the, first ray is parallel to the principal axis. So after reflection it passes through the focus. And second ray will take which pass through the focus. Now the ray which pass through the focus, this is reflected ray, this is incident ray. It go parallel to the principal axis. Here these two rays meet and therefore we get the image of point A dash here. Okay, so this is the image A dash of point A. Then we have drawn perpendicular at the principal axis. This is the point B. Okay, sorry, B dash. This is the image of point B, which is B dash. AB is object and A dash B dash is image. Now you can see when the object is at center of curvature, image also forms at the center of curvature. Two rays we have taken, one which is parallel to the principal axis, it passes through the focus after reflection. Second, which pass through the focus after reflection, it goes parallel, and where these two rays intersect, there we get the image of point A dash because we have taken the rays from point A. Therefore, where the reflected rays meet at that point, the image of A is formed. Nature of image. Nature of image is again real because the reflected rays converge. They meet at this point. Therefore, the image is real and it is of the same size as that of object. If it means that if the object is 5 cm, then image will also be 5 cm. Neither diminished nor magnified. Magnified means if the image size is greater than object size, then the image is called as magnified. And if the image size is smaller than object size, then the image is said to be diminished. So here the image is of the same size as that of object and forms at the center of curvature. So these are the ray diagrams for the various position of object. When the object is at infinity, the image forms at the focus, it is real, diminished and inverted. Now you can see here A dash B dash. Here this A point is up and B is down, but in case of image, B dash is up, A dash is down. So the image is inverted. Here also image will be inverted. Real image will always be inverted, and here also inverted. Real same size and it is inverted. Image formed by plane mirror is not inverted. It means that it is not real image, it is virtual image. This table shows the ray diagrams for the formation of image by concave mirror for the various position of object. From this table, the three cases already we have discussed. So let's start from the case 4, in which the object is between center of curvature and focus. So when the object is between center of curvature and focus, image is formed beyond center of curvature, and you can see the image is real because the reflected rays, they converge at point or they directly meet at some point, therefore the image is real and it is inverted, because you can see in image B dash is up and A dash is down, whereas in object we have the point A is up and B is down, therefore it is inverted and the image is magnified. It means that the size of the object is smaller than the size of the image. Image size is greater than object size and therefore it is magnified. Next case, when the object is at focus. When the object is at focus, then the image forms at infinity because the rays goes parallel, therefore image forms at infinity at some point which is very far, and it is real, inverted and highly magnified, means very big. The last case is very important case and it is very different than all other cases. When the object is between focus and pole of a mirror, then the image form behind the mirror, you can see in this case the reflected rays, they diverge, they do not converge, and therefore we have to extend them behind the mirror so that they meet, and they meet behind the mirror. It means that image is formed behind the mirror and it is magnified image and erect image. So in only one case the image is erect, when it is virtual. In all other cases the image formed are real and they are inverted. So this is the special case of concave mirror in which the image is formed behind the mirror, it is magnified and it is erect. Image formation by convex mirror. So there are only two cases. First case, when the object is at infinity. This u is object distance. When the object is at infinity, then the rays are taken as parallel. So when parallel beam of light incident on this concave mirror, then it appears to diverge from the principal focus. So this is reflected ray. Okay, now you can see the reflected rays are divergent rays, they are not convergent rays. Therefore in order to meet them, we have to extrapolate them behind the mirror, and where this ray appears to diverge, at this point image is formed. So these rays appears to diverge from focus, these two reflected rays. This will also get reflected in the same direction because it passes to the center of curvature. The ray which passes to the center of curvature, it gets reflected in the same direction, it traces the same path. Therefore all these rays appears to diverge from this point F, which is focus. Therefore the image is formed at the principal focus and the image is virtual. Now why is it virtual? Because the reflected rays do not meet. Okay, we have to extend them behind the mirror in order to meet them. Therefore the image is virtual, it is diminished, means it is smaller than object, and the image is erect. Erect means straight, it is upright, it is not inverted, that is called as erect. Image formed by the convex mirror is always virtual, diminished and erect, and when the object is at infinity, image is formed at the focus. When object is at any position other than infinity, let's see where the image is formed. This is object AB. Consider two rays, one which is parallel to this principal axis. Then after reflection, it appears to diverge from focus. This is focus. So this is reflected ray. We have to extend them. Therefore this should be straight. Now this is your focus. Okay. Second ray which pass through the center of curvature gets reflected in the same direction. Second ray which incident from this point A on the mirror, it appears to pass through the center of curvature. It gets reflected in the same direction. Second ray we have taken which appears to pass through the center of curvature and it gets reflected in the same direction. Now these two rays, reflected rays, they do not meet. So in order to meet them, we have to extrapolate them. If we extrapolate means we have to extend them behind the mirror so that they intersect. So they intersect at this point, and this is the image of point A, which is A dash, and we have to draw a perpendicular from A on the principal axis, which is B dash is image of B. Therefore A dash B dash is the image of object AB. Now you can see here we have taken the two rays from point A, hence the image is erect. Erect means it is upright, okay, and it is virtual because the reflected rays, they do not meet. So the image is virtual. Again it is diminished, means smaller than object, and it forms between focus and pole of a mirror, and the image is erect, means it is upright, or you can say it is erect. So this is nature of image. In convex mirror we have only two cases. In first case, when the object is at infinity, image always forms at the focus. When the image is at any other position than infinity, then the image is always formed between focus and pole, and the image is virtual, diminished and erect. If you feel this topic interesting, please do share with your friends and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you.